Hello, I believe we're live now. Welcome everyone to Girls Run These Worlds and to session 2 of this Serenity Limited series. I am Anya, my pronouns are she, her, and I'm going to be your storyteller for this game of Into the Black, a Serenity RPG. If you haven't seen the Firefly TV show, think cowboys in space at 500 years in the future. And there was a war. So let's see. Going down the line, because I like organization, we are going to have Janie go next. So give us your name, pronouns, and a brief bit about your character and what they're excited or worried about with this new job.
Hi, I'm Janie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I need to do something. Sorry.
Name, pronouns, your character, and what they're excited or worried about.
Okay. I'm Janie. I am playing Jude.
It's okay, you're fine.
Pronouns she, they for me, and for Jude, it's just pronouns, anything, any.
Okay.
Jude is excited because you're going to a casino party, and that's all. That's all that they're excited about is the casino party. They're not worried about that. Yeah. Oh, and they get to kill a politician. They've got that in their head. Even don't worry. Where's it all?
Not the job at all, but that's what they're excited about, and I love that for them. Amazing. Okay, next up we have Ra.
Hey, I'm Ra. I'm playing, he, they. I'm playing Landon Cornflower, who's also a he, they. He's a shepherd of sorts, and he's excited for the cruise because it's been a while since he used a diving board. They don't tend to work as well in zero gravity. So he's excited for that, maybe brunch. And he's pretty sure there's something else they need to be doing, but brunch is right there.
Very, very sorry. I have a pug climbing all over my cords right now. Let's move on down the line. Emma.
Hello, I am Emma, she, her. I am playing Echo, he, they, who is the ship's newcomer, medic, stranger, is very excited about getting to be useful on this next mission because it is his first assignment that he's done with this group, and is less excited about probably running into space and atmosphere turbulence again, which he is unused to.
For sure. And then we have Mica.
Hi, I'm Mica, pronoun she, her. I'm playing Angie Zhang, who is the former combat engineer and right-hand henchwoman of Jude. And I think Angie is probably primarily concerned with the fact that this is not the sort of job they've done before. And she is not comfortable with highfalutin types on board a fancy casino ship. Something she's pleased about. Probably she's enjoying the balance of the new knife that she's been given by Jude.
Yeah, very, very fair on both counts. And finally, we have Zev.
I'm Zev, he, him, playing Tenzin Tamang, also he, him. Pilot. Not concerned about anything. This job's going to be fine. You guys have fun out there. Everything's going to be great.
I mean, given the overconfidence, it makes sense to me. Okay, so let me get to my notes. Too many tabs going on in my life. With that, let's get into the game, shall we? So last time, you all were finishing up a job and went over to the planet of Santo, and were greeted by a mysterious figure of unknown name and pronouns. You have no idea who they are, who their employer is, but you delivered the package that you were given and required to drop off, got a little bit of money. Landon got a little bit extra, and then spent all of it, or most of it, not all of it. And then you are headed off to, yes, this casino-esque cruise ship that's going to be going from the planet Ariel to Bellerophon, which, for those who don't know, is a very luxuriant, expensive planet where people have floating estates over a wide expanse of ocean. So let's see, words and stuff. My brain just short-circuited. Anyway, let's get into the game then. Now, as a reminder, you have about 3 weeks before that, before the time that you'll actually get onto the ship at Ariel, potentially there or while it's in transit. Question marks. But in any case, getting into the game.
What's the ship called again?
It is the El Dorado.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm so proud of myself that I knew that instantly because I was thinking about it too. I was like, do I remember? Yes. But getting into my lovely opening here. Shouts echo in a deafening cacophony all around the sterile corridors of the facility as two figures rush to an escape hatch. Shots fire all around, ricocheting off of the metallic walls as they take aim and shoot to kill. They won't stop. Why won't they stop? The pair turned sharply at the end of the hall, the military straight figure jamming her fist against the release button. We'll make it out of this, us and the rest of the test subjects. I've got you. A sound makes her head jerk up in surprise, and seeing what's about to happen, she pushes the other figure through the hatch just as a searing pain radiates across her body. She convulses and collapses to the ground, and her companion drags her to the waiting ship, to freedom. Jude, you awaken with a start. The feeling of that all-encompassing pain, a fading but distant memory. You remember the flight from the facility, but those weren't your memories. What do you do?
I just kind of take a walk through the ship,
Mm-hmm.
and I leave little post-it notes on the doors of just like not sad faces, blank faces, like just the circle and the eyes.
Fascinating.
And
I like that.
at Angie's door, I leave a question mark.
Okay. Angie, you come to, in your bunk, in the engine room, your choice. That nightmare still playing behind closed lids. What do you do in this moment, and what is your reaction?
I imagine she wakes with a start, runs her hand down her face, swings her legs off her bunk, gets to her feet, gets the light come up, and she's not really wearing anything except like a sports bra, a pair of old ratty boxers, and she just looks at herself in the mirror, and for the first time see her almost completely uncovered, and it's possible to see how bad the scarring is from her neck down all along her left arm. Her skin is like wrinkled, almost melted looking, all the way down her left side, and her leg down as far as her ankle. She looks at herself, sighs, brushes her hand through her floppy section of hair that remains on one side, scratches, and then goes to do some exercises, doing huge pull-ups on the bar in her room.
Mm-hmm. Well, it would take a little bit of time before you would be able to do that, as this is one of your traumatic flashes. Your complication.
Okay.
Just a note.
In that case, she just sits with her head in her hands for a bit.
Mm-hmm. And you can exercise, of course. Okay. We pull away now into the rest of the ship. Now, you have time, and time is a very common thing when you're flying from one planet to the next. You have to find something to fill that space. What is it that each of you does in your downtime? And I want to start with Echo, as he is brand new on this ship. Your first couple of days here, as we see you, what are you doing?
I think Echo is splitting his time pretty evenly between two dichotomies. And the first is taking whatever space they were given on the ship, which in my mind is probably a storage room or something near the cargo bay, and turning that into a makeshift, ramshackle, but functional sort of medical bay area. That involves anyone who is in hearing distance of the ship, of this part of the ship, definitely hears a lot of crashing and falling furniture and swearing as Echo is doing a lot of moving that he is maybe not the most suited for. But a lot of things are moved around and reset up for that purpose. The other half of the dichotomy involves Echo wandering a lot through the ship, kind of awkwardly trying to get to know the area, and definitely just stumbling across people and making various forms of welcome or less welcome conversation in the middle of their duties.
Okay, who do you think, you know what? No, I feel like he would stumble across Jude in one of these wanderings, because I know that Jude is a little bit of a wanderer around the ship themselves. So
I agree with
where would Echo find you, Jude, in his wanderings?
I think Jude would just kind of be sitting at the end of one of the walkways.
Kind of like Mal and Inara after they get the cows, like they're sitting on the edge of the walkway, cheersing each other.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah, so you see Jude sitting there at the end of the walkway, just looking out, doing anything in particular?
Folding pieces of paper.
Echo kind of hovers in the background for a little bit and then eventually slowly approaches. He's got his little punch pad computer kind of clutched up to his chest and just, hi, Captain?
Yes, hi. Echo, correct?
Yes. What are you folding? Is there anything I can help you with?
Yeah, actually, I need 10 more pieces of paper this size, and they're like little squares of paper.
I can absolutely help with that. Give me just 1 second. Do I know where there's paper in the ship?
I mean, you know what? I can have you roll for it. Why not?
Echo absolutely says I can help you and does not necessarily know if he can help. What would you like me to roll?
Definitely alertness. And you know what? Your call on this. You could roll knowledge, or if you want to be intuitive about it, I would allow intuition.
I think I'll be intuitive about it. I think that's fine. 8, 10. Ooh, I need to grab a D12.
Ooh,
that's exciting. Lightness intuitive. That is a 10.
A 10. Okay. I mean, this is the big ship. So looking around, trying to find paper, you know that when you moved those boxes and were trying to make that med bay a little bit more of a med bay, that you had seen some boxes that might have some papers in them that could be useful. And you find them, they're all different kinds of like forms and things that have been half filled out, not completed. They seem like nonsense to you and they seem like the right thing. Perfect.
Scoops up the forms and a couple extra pieces of paper and makes their way back to Jude. Are these, can you turn these into what you're looking for, perhaps?
It's perfect. It's perfect. Here, and Jude is like making stars, like origami stars, and just hands you one.
Echo takes it and looks at it like he is holding a great treasure. Thank you so much. This will go up on the med bay wall. I hope you don't mind, by the way. I took one of the storage rooms as a med bay. I mean, hoping that nobody needs it, but
No,
best to be prepared.
that was the med bay. You were supposed to take it.
Wonderful. Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, if you need anything after I finish setting that up, I have a lot of free time and just whatever I can help with, please. I'd like to be useful since, you know, you're being kind enough to let me travel with you.
We needed a medic.
That's me. I hope I can be of service.
So you're already the medic, so you're great, and you have your med bay. What else? Do you need medical things?
I had some, I grabbed some before I left. I have some with me, so I should be good for the moment, but if I need to restock or something, I'll give you a heads up.
All right, here's your other star, and then she just wanders off.
Echo takes the stars back to the med bay and puts them up, kind of thinks of at least one of the constellations that he's seen in his lifetime, where he got to know a couple specific constellation patterns very well because they never changed, and starts forming that with the stars on the wall.
Very cool. I love that. Landon, what are you doing in your time? I know that you potentially wanted to spend some advancement points here.
I do. Trying to set the spirit of the ship, I'll put on some flip-flops, cut a pair of my pants into little cruise shorts, and then having already taken all of the captain's post-its earlier that they were now looking for more, I'll put like a version of a lei around my head that's all just post-its crumbled up before I walk out and see the little blank face the captain's left on my door, and I'll pull it off and just shake my head, once again perplexed by the depths within the captain that I do not understand. And then I'm going to walk through this ship and find about 6 hiding places where I have put pieces of my rifle once I broke it down. So I'm going to put it together once I get back to my room during all this time. It looks like an old-fashioned musket, but with a bunch of new tech and whatnot attached to it. But the base of it's wood. It looks old. And I'm just going to put some points towards guns, because for all of his frivolousness, he also understands the universe is bathed in blood daily, and sometimes you got to take a bath.
Oh.
So I'm gonna move my D4 to a D6 in guns, and
Where do I flip?
and spend 6 of my points.
So how many points are you putting towards guns?
I believe
what are
it's
you doing?
6 to move it D4 to D6.
Yes, correct.
That's what I'd like to do.
Yeah, so post character creation, anything that you are spending. So if you want to go from a D2 to a D4 in a skill, that's 4 points, 4 to 6 is 6 points, and so on. The attributes are much more expensive than that. And removing complications is also extremely expensive. So don't worry about that for now.
After put together, I will hide it sort of again, like under my bed. I think it has a name. Annie of GG is what I like to call it, to not give away some of my favorite books as a young shepherd. Gilbert, don't even stop me on Gilbert. But after that, probably just wander through the ship and see what everyone else is about. I know we have a period of time here.
Yeah, there's a decent chunk of change here. Where would you wander?
During this time, you'd probably want to stop to at least any of them. But Angie specifically, he's going to go give a gift of some sort to. Maybe a little snow globe that he picked up on that planet. So inside it, you just see a really shitty farmer's market. And when you shake it, it just gets dirty. So you can't see it anymore. I got you this, Angie.
So I imagine by that time, Angie's probably in the engine room sorting things out. She's cursing, actually. She'll be under the machines again. Says, "Can I have your hand for a second?
Oh, anything you need.
Can you just hold this and tighten it? You manage that?"
I believe so. I take off my leg. Business.
She pulls herself out as you set to doing that. And she just kind of flexes her left arm. She looks at it sadly. "I just don't have the strength I used to." She winces. "What have you brought me?"
It's a dirt globe, I believe is the proper term.
The point in this?
I just wanted you to remember that part of the trip. I haven't seen you in a while. I was off ship for a bit. You don't still collect the things I give you?
I mean, oh, is it you that left them things?
Yeah, but not the Post-its. That's the captain. That's the captain painting out a riddle that we have never solved.
I'm used to Angie. I'm used to Jude even. I'm used to that. But this is just weird. Why would you put
Hilarious.
in a globe? Is that a tiny farmer's market?
Sometimes when I'm mad at God, I yell up to the sky, why would you put dirt on a globe?
Huh. She puts it on the desk with all the other trash and stuff that's tools and bits of bolts and other things that are littered about. Just kind of puts it to one side. Thanks, I guess. Why do you keep giving me presents, Landon?
Maybe so I can sneakily ask you how you're feeling about this cruise situation. I'm not as silly as I seem, and you're not as mainstreamed as you seem. So you got any goosebumps?
I don't know about goosebumps, but I'm not sure this job's a good idea. It's too good to be true. Are we going to pass ourselves off on that ship as a bunch of hoity-toity, highfalutin types?
I'll put the lay on you. Well, we're halfway there. Unless we can pass ourselves off as mechanics or servants to the highfalutin types. They might never look at us in the face if we're that. It might be easier to sneak by.
It might be more my bag. Hoping I can pass as some sort of bodyguard or something.
Well, I put old Anne of Green Gables back together, so if you need me to help fix a cow fence, you just let me know, but I'd rather the rest of them not know I have that ability, if you know what I mean.
Oh, actually, I don't, Landon. Honestly, sometimes you're the most obscure person I've ever spoken to.
Exactly. And I'll shake the dirt globe. Leave the room.
Sticks her head and goes back to doing her job.
Tenzin, we don't want to leave you out, of course. what are you up to during the first, let's say, couple of days in the black?
I'm flying my ship.
Oh, you're not at the wheel the entire time. What do you do when you're not at the wheel?
When I'm not at the wheel, wander the ship and go bother my favorite of least favorite people. I go bother our mechanic.
So Landon leaves, and she starts to get back to work, and then Tenzin shows up.
She gets sighs contentedly for about 5 minutes until she hears.
Ding, ding, ding. Ding, 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 ding.
Gentlemen, who is it?
Who else would it be?
Oh, don't you have a ship to fly, Tenzin?
I do, but I want to ask, how's our power situation?
Oh, it's fine. I think checks a few gauges and things. No problems as far as I can see.
Okay.
Why?
Because if I hypothetically wanted to go fast, how fast could we make our baby go?
Being chased by reavers or something.
Or chasing someone else. I mean, who knows how fast the ship is going to be going that I'm supposed to drop you guys off with.
Ship can go as fast as it could go yesterday and the week before that, and every week since we took you on
But
board.
could it go faster?
Potentially. It's dangerous, though.
Is there something we could afford to lose that would let us go faster?
I know. Some would say there's quite a lot of dead weight on the ship.
I know, like that holy guy.
Landon's
What
all
does he
right.
do?
I don't actually know, but Jude seems to like him. That's good enough for me.
Eh. I guess we could put him in a suit with like a little bottle rocket and have him sit over the primary exhaust with the bottle rocket pointing backwards. I guess that could help. Work on it, and then turns around and leaves.
Just frowning incredulously as Tenzin's ranting. What is with the people on this ship? Yeah.
Can I say something real quick? While Tenzin is talking to Angie, Jude goes into the pilot area.
Mm-hmm.
And
What are you doing in the bridge?
I go to the controls and I set down. I made a paper airplane, but I wrote Halo on it, and I put and I set that on there, and I put the 2 stars on either side of it, and then I just leave.
And if I catch any of that, I'm going to head to Tenzin and try to convince him to go faster. If I was able to lurk any of that, I will find Tenzin and be like, that was a good idea getting there quicker. That's pretty smart. Knocks on the ship. Angie's taking a great job of this. I'm pretty sure we can pull it off.
Probably.
Probably get the captain on board.
Captain's always on board. Don't worry about it.
Just go for the waiting high five and it just like doesn't come. I'm gonna make him a lay.
I love this. Okay, I'm so sorry. What did Jude put on in the cockpit? I missed that.
A paper airplane that said Halo on it with like a little smiley face of somebody flying, and the 2 stars on either side of it.
Oh, that's adorable. I love it. Sorry, doorbell rang. Anyway, so Tenzin, at one point when you are in the bridge, just fly on your ship, you notice a ping on the, oh, my words just failed me, on the scanner. And it's a fair distance away, but I would like for you to actually roll for me. And I'm reminding myself of what this lovely, lovely roll is. It is, where are you? Finding the thing. I'm forgetting the word and it starts with an S. I hate it when I forget words in English. It happens fairly often. Let me find the thing. My brain is completely shot. So you are surveying, you're looking for whatever it is. I'm forgetting the word right now. So alertness plus, oh wait, it might be in the ship's character sheet actually. Let's see if it's in the ship's character sheet. That would be very helpful. It's like a survey roll, but that's not the correct term for this RPG. Don't you love it when your brain just short circuits on stream?
Words are hard.
Words are hard.
Words about tech are more hard and also
Sensors.
leave the mind.
Sensors.
At least we're
Sensors
not
is the word
live.
that I was looking for. Exactly. So you want to roll alertness plus if you have sensors, awesome. If not, then I would say just perception.
I don't have sensors anywhere on my sheet, but would sight?
Yeah, so that would be a specialty in that case.
Okay. So let's see, D6 plus a D8. 4?
Okay, cool. It's not a strong enough signal for you to be able to get any other information off of it. You can't get like make, model, you don't know anything about this. Like you just know that it is running low power.
Okay. So there's something out there that's low power.
Mm-hmm.
Question, does it seem, from what I can tell, that there's enough power to suggest that it's moving on its own, or is this drifting?
It's a little bit hard to tell because it is moving, but is it moving because the engines are running and it's just moving slowly, or is it just going off? It's unclear to you.
Okay. Here's another question, and this is a question that would be very important.
Mm-hmm.
Does it look like it is going to, like its course is going to intersect with ours?
Yes.
Oh, goody.
Not all ships are bad ships in this.
No, this
the
one
black,
might have money in it. It probably does have money. I bet we can strip it. Not to alarm anyone, but we have something moving a little slow out there. Looks like it's going to cross our path in how many hours ship?
Probably like 5 hours.
5 hours, unless, Cap, you want us to go take a look at it, and then I could probably get us there faster.
I wasn't paying attention to what you were doing, so yeah, go ahead and do it.
Awesome. Love you, Cap. I'm switching to intercept it instead of the other way around.
Okay, sounds good. Go ahead and roll agility plus pilot.
Okay, I can do. That is going to be.
It's going to be an average difficulty.
Hopefully, my dice cooperate this time because that first roll was. I'm going to pretend that didn't happen. So let's see.
First roll? Okay.
D6 plus D10. Question.
Answer.
Sorry,
I always answer when someone says that. No.
because we are in space, can I count nimble? From the ship's card.
Oh, from the ships. Yes. Sorry. I do not have that one printed out.
It's +2 to pilot actions while in the chosen environment.
So that's +2 step to the pilot actions. So that means that you bump up the die number. So instead of a D6, you'll roll a D10.
Okay, 2D10. Watch as I get watch as I botch.
Don't say that. Knock on wood.
Don't put that in the universe. Don't put that in the universe.
8.
8 beats an average by 1. Okay.
I am embarrassed and ashamed.
No, that's good. You beat the difficulty. That's the good thing. So, as you are changing your trajectory just slightly to adjust for the amount of time it'll take to get to this, you don't speed up or anything like that, but you close the gap much more quickly than you would have if you had gone at your current course. And what is everyone else doing? I mean, this is probably like 4 hours instead of 5, let's say. What is everyone else doing in these 4 hours as you are? Because going through space, everything is slow. So what are you doing in this time frame when Tenzin is fully focused on getting you to this thing faster?
Making sure everyone gets their stars.
Echo?
I think Echo probably upon hearing the announcement immediately goes to the captain just to ask, is this are we going onto a ship or are we finding something and taking it for parts?
I think
what exactly is going on?
I think we're going to have lunch.
Okay, that is a third option. That's not excellent. That's good to know. In case lunch involves any unwarranted medical situations, I'm going to go put some stuff in a bag. And Echo goes and does just that.
You never know. Okay, so eventually you close the distance, and as you are beginning to be able to get a visual on this ship, I should rather say ships, as you find a number of medium-sized, brightly painted ships that are tethered together in a snaking caravan. The strong steel cables that link the vessels are decorated with fraying fabric scraps and glinting metal trinkets. A message pops up on the comm screen with a pixel art image of a dancing seahorse in a space helmet. Welcome to the Undersea Galactic Market. We meet your needs, whatever and wherever you find yourself. We're the best space market in the verse.
Mute.
There is no muting this.
Cap?
Are we going shopping?
I wanted to make money, not lose money. You know what? Yeah, I'll bring us in.
Tenzin, really quickly, because you're the pilot, so you're doing these rolls. Roll perception and alertness for me.
Okay. Would sight come into play?
Yes, it would.
Okay, that is going to be a D8 and a D8.
Excellent.
Da-ba-da,
Average difficulty again.
8.
Again, by one. So as you are bringing it in, like shifting so that you'll be able to lock in properly, you notice that these 3 ships are just coasting. They're not doing anything in particular. The engines are off.
Instead of clanging on, doing the latch,
Mm-hmm.
just going to hold above the locking point, and I have a nasty suspicion that the message that came to us was automated. I'm going to try and open a line of communication, hoping to find a person.
Super smart.
Okay. What do you do or say?
I don't suppose you folks are open for business down there.
You hear a crackle from the other end. A pause. And then it picks up. Oh, hey man, how's it going? Oh, yeah, sure. We've got all kinds of fun knickknacks and tchotchkes. Come on board, stay for a spell.
Is there a reason your engines are off?
Hey man, fuel costs money. We ain't got the coin for that.
Did you have the coin wherever you asked for it to pick up anything worth buying?
Oh yeah, man. Hey, listen, we just like to coast along here. We go wherever, and people come by, they see us, and they come and they buy some things from us, and then we get some people to bring refuel our fuel cells, and it's a good time. Haven't seen Planet Side in years.
And I thought I was weird. Locks on.
Okay. Out of curiosity, were you making that available for everyone to hear in the ship, or was it just you?
The last bit was just me.
Okay.
And I thought I was weird is only after I've hung up the intercom and closed it off.
Okay. So,
Hearing it's a party bus, I'm going to leave my flip-flops on. But I'm also going to water my garden bunk, which was the most expensive thing I bought at the beginning. And it has some fresh new little apple seeds in it. And I'm going to go take care of all my seeds before going onto the party bus. I spent most of my money on the garden in my room.
yeah.
I'm going nowhere near the party bus. I'm staying here. We are in space. I'm confident, not stupid. Ships drifting in space make me nervous, so I'm staying here.
Echo is going to poke their head into the bridge and just, Tenzin, do you want anything from the seahorse place?
Snacks. They're going to have snacks.
Just all the snacks? Any particular snack, or I can also look for all the snacks.
Something you can fit into a pocket without them noticing that you've done it. I don't think it's necessarily going to be something you want to spend money on.
Like
space pocket or regular pocket with my head right above Echo's in the doorway.
We're hooked on. You don't need to wear a suit.
Regular pocket.
As we walk away, Echo just to Lynn's if it's going into the... Wait, does he want us to steal?
Probably generally. You might want to find out on a case-by-case basis.
Okay,
But
noted.
he would probably recommend some thievery just in general.
Cool. Cool. Yeah, I have done that and know how to do that. Yes.
I couldn't recommend it, Echo.
Echo's looking progressively more nervous.
You're going over there on your own.
I think I'm going. Landon's going. Who else? Captain?
Yes, here, Echo. Here's some coins so you don't have to steal. I did I pay you? Did I forget to pay you?
I don't think we really. I don't know how much we discussed the payment schedule when I got on. I was kind of rushed, so we can just count this as it's not a big deal.
You're supposed to get a cut of the equal cut of them. I thought I gave you money last time. You don't have to steal.
Much appreciated. And I'll take the money.
How much are you giving Echo?
Like 5 credits.
Did we split it up last session? I thought I wrote it
Yeah.
down.
Yep, you did. And if you didn't write it down, that's not my problem. I do not micromanage your money. If you magically have significantly more than I feel you should, that's a question.
I believe
But
we all got 250.
And then I gave the captain another 400 for gas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is the amount of
I
gas
remember
money
that
that we started with.
Yep, exactly.
And now you get an additional 5 credits. A nice shiny nickel.
Mhm.
I want to be the captain's pet.
So, who all is going aboard the caravan?
Angie is not going aboard, but she
Okay.
is going to suit up and wait at the airlock just in case it happens to be a front for a gang of vicious pirates who are going to try and board them. So she will wait at the door as a sort of, door person, I guess.
It's a reasonable
Okay.
precaution to have in space.
Yeah. Boarding weird ships. Nothing to see here. Nothing wrong at all.
All right,
So-
kids, play safe now and don't get yourselves into any trouble. Last thing you want is to be thrown out of an airlock by some irate traders.
I didn't
Fair.
do that. That was somebody else.
I'll take Anna Green Gables with me too, but I'll wrap like some sort of cloth around her so it looks more like I'm going to the rave with my spin stick.
Okay, I need you to roll covert for this.
I am actually skilled at moving undetected and blending. Would that
Yes,
let me
you
use the
are.
D8, do you think?
Yes, definitely. So you have that plus either alertness or willpower, your choice.
Oh, I will go with willpower and that beautiful D12.
Very valid.
All right. Double 5, so 10. Would
Mm-hmm.
have been better.
Would you like to spend a plot point to make that an 11?
Never. I also am not sure. Are we just allowed to carry guns everywhere? I'm not sure about the rules on that end.
Generally, yes, people expect others to carry guns around in space because it is the Wild West, essentially, just in space.
I'll still wrap it.
Yeah, let's see. 8 plus. What did you get again?
A 10
Okay.
out of a potential 20.
Cool. Okay. Cool,
D10s are D10s are a variable one, and D12s too.
Mm-hmm.
Feel
Yeah.
unloved.
I will take a picture of what I just rolled.
Did I just
Oh.
win? I think I just won Serenity.
We did it. Thank you everyone for coming.
I will share this later. Anyway, so Let's see. You have successfully, you think, managed to wrap your Anne of Green Gables, your gun. It looks pretty close to what you were aiming for there. So you, Echo, and Jude are all going aboard I named it and I have to keep looking at it, the Undersea Galactic Market. Why undersea? Who knows? But as you step through into the other ship, you docked on the middle one of them there, and because that's the one that had the big sign and everything, and like painted on the side of it, and the other two didn't have quite as much. It's a little bit smaller than the Firefly class ship that you all live in and fly. And as you step in, you immediately know why it's called the Undersea Galactic Market, because some artist painted the entirety of the interior of this ship, and it looks like you are undersea, but with constellations and stars all over the place. And it is like there are sections that are black light lit up like all over in the corners, and there is about 5 stalls here. It's not that big, but there are 5 stalls all with random little, like the guy on the comm said, tchotchkes and knickknacks of all different kinds. And these people are, the best way that I can describe them is, you know, the people from Avatar, the secret tunnel people? That is the vibe here. They are like, there's someone strumming a mandolin, and they're just like singing a song all to each other, and they just look over to you and go, "Hey, what's up? Welcome to the galaxy." Galaxy.
Can you dance?
I'd go for it. Do you want to roll something for it, or do you just want to dance?
What would I roll for it?
Well, let me see.
Swiping away tears.
I
The
would say
USGM.
I would say artistry. Artistry and agility.
D4. So I'm going to do D4 plus a D10.
Yes. And this is why I printed out everyone's character sheets. I need to update Landon's. Where are you, guns? There you are. Let's update that. So what do you got, Jude?
7.
A 7? Okay. It's an average. So for Jude, as you enter into this space, the colors are almost overwhelming, and you watch as a seahorse that is on the wall detaches and begins to float around. It's skipping around your head, and you hear the mandolin music, and you just start to dance. And another a woman jumps up and joins you and begins to twirl you around, and it's all around you.
Can I say that in Jude's perspective that they see it's like a seahorse disco?
It is absolutely a seahorse disco.
Our ship wasn't already named Seahorse Disco.
That's the next nickname
Pretty solid
coming up.
nickname.
But yeah, they rolled like perfectly, so they're dancing perfectly like out of a movie. But of course, it doesn't actually look like that. But that's what Jude is saying.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I love
Landon's very happy to see the captain dancing again.
that.
It's been he doesn't really participate. He's got a Matthew and a Marilla down there. They just bud. He doesn't dance too well, but it's been a while since he saw the captain be so free, and I think he wipes a little Landon tear away. Happy that the trips have been good for the captain since the last time he was on board.
Echo has gone around to, you said there was like 5-ish stalls.
Yeah, all different kinds.
Echo has tried to scope out what each of them is about, if they have specific specialities, and is honing in on the mission that he has been given, which is snacks. He's taking this very seriously.
Which is perfect because, and I lovingly, I'm using my roll and play press books because I adore them, and they have a food and drink section. Not a sponsorship, it's just that I genuinely love books. So I would say I want you to roll 2 d10s for me.
Ooh. 2d10. Oh, and these are the same set. That's perfect.
Nice.
That's an 8, 5 and a 3.
5 and a 3. We are separating them in this case. So I love how perfect this is, given the vibe so far. There is one vendor that has they've been. This is very clearly like they're also eating these things themselves, but they have this pot of instant soup that contains pasta pieces that are shaped like stars. And they have
wonderful.
They're dishing it out to anyone who wants it. They see you, and this is like a rather small person, and you take a look at them and realize that they're a child. And it's like they have a shock of green hair and just a big toothy grin, and they're missing a couple of teeth. And they go, "Hi, you want some soup?"
Hello, I would love some soup, and I love your hair color.
Thank you. If you want soup for everyone, there's 3 of you. It's gonna be 1 credit.
Could I have 5 bowls, perhaps?
3 credits.
That seems right. Okay. Echo gives over 3 credits.
And they just dole out all of this soup, and they're like mismatched bowls and everything. There's one that has just a massive smiley face on it, and another one that has like a cherry blossom pattern and like all random different designs.
Echo is going to go back to sort of the little walkway that we went through where presumably Angie is standing near the door. It's going to pop up with just 2 of the bowls of soup and go, "Angie, we are alive. These are for you and Tenzin."
Looks at the soup suspiciously, nods curtly, takes them, and kind of looks suspiciously over her shoulder as she goes towards the cockpit, but decides it's probably okay.
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of dumps the bowl on Tenzin's. Probably kind of carelessly on the instrument panel.
Okay, I was gonna say jumps.
Just glares and then starts drinking soup. Because anger cannot resist snacks.
Mm-hmm.
But this whole time, both eyes are just on the sensor screen, on the readout.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Nothing's coming anywhere near this little hodgepodge of chips without me knowing it.
Okay, I'm gonna have you go ahead and roll again then. Okay. So you've got your perception and your alertness. Was there something else I had you doing? Sight, yes. So sight plus alertness.
Okay. I swear to God, if you fail me
Imagine
again.
Angie's just kind of peering over his shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing sus then.
Another 8.
There's a trend.
Rolling.
There's a trend here.
So many 8s.
With the superstitious complication, is him rolling 3 8s a good or bad omen by any chance?
Ooh.
It's something.
I keep forgetting to
going
ask if
to-
certain things are superstitious.
Yeah, legitimately, you have to decide what he's superstitious about, so you have to ask me with those.
I'll wait on that then.
Yeah.
I don't even know he's rolling die. That's our pilot.
Mhm. Yeah, that's a piloting thing.
He asked for snacks and got soup. He's probably depressed.
Yeah, that's more if like you yourself are superstitious. Oh, but no matter. So yes, you have this, and it's like that really fun. Maybe it's just a me thing. That really fun texture that you can slurp up, and you can just feel all of the
Like a
texture of
good
the
thick
stars.
soup.
Yeah, good thick. Definitely came from a can soup.
Yeah.
But yes, and it cost you 3 credits.
That is how that math works.
Yep, that is
Definitely.
exactly how that
This
math
is
works.
why I said steal it.
I don't know how you would steal soup.
That does
With
feel
a
kind of
straw.
hard to. Actually, I take it back. That is a completely valid point.
Well-lined pockets.
Oh my god. Oh.
Insulated thermos pockets in Echo's jacket.
Work on that. But
My next
other
downtime project.
things- Exactly. You also, I love this description. Also at that same vendor, and you can backtrack and say that you also got these two. They also have shrink wrapped grilled cheese sandwiches that are perfectly toasted. It says on red hot engine parts, but I'm just gonna say, you know what? No, I kind of like this. So I would say that they have a piece of an engine. It's very clearly supposed to be a part of an engine that has been scoured and is on top of like Bunsen burner equivalent, like just heating them up and flipping them.
That's so fun. Definitely get some of those.
Mm-hmm. That's going to cost you the rest of your credits, the other 2.
Haggling, bargaining, what's that?
Yeah, Echo doesn't know what that is. The others definitely do, and that's totally a thing. But
As the captain's dancing and Echo's buying soups and sandwiches, if I was able to like look around a little bit, do I see anyone wearing any gray robes with bits of soot on them? Any familiar looking religious garb in this place? I always have to check.
roll perception and alertness.
Oh my. All right, that is perception. That would probably be straight perception, not deduction.
Yeah.
That's horrible. That's a 4.
Yeah, you don't see any gray. Although to be fair, it is relatively dark in this space. There's a whole lot of black light going on, and so it's a little bit hard to make out the different colors or lack thereof on people's clothing.
2 stops in a row, he hasn't seen him, and I think one more, and he sees that as a bad omen.
With the black light, make sure you don't touch any soft surfaces
Yeah, or the
or
sandwiches.
look at them too hard.
There's bugs everywhere.
Mm-hmm. But then, yes, so you have successfully collected snacks and various foods.
The mission, it's been accomplished.
Do they sell any other types of things beyond warm food?
Yes, they do. Do you not eat the soup?
Oh, I mean, I'll eat it, but it's more like, oh, thank you, Echo, and then kind of scooting along to poke at things myself. But mostly looking for some sort of glue, a really sticky material, like even like just gack, maybe gack, but stronger.
Okay. Interesting.
Like flubba, but tame.
Yeah, so the other stalls here, they seem to have a general theme of like one of them has just really hideous looking little statues that look like they might maybe be sea creatures if you were described them and have never seen them yourself.
I'm gonna get a manatee for Angie because it's my favorite sea creature.
Perfect. It weirdly has a horn just sticking out.
I cry again.
And the woman at this booth, she's wearing like full skirts. It's like there's no shape to this dress at all. It's just this massive amount of fabric that is all different like patches and like strips of cloth, all different kinds all over to create like maybe it was supposed to be a quilt and then she just turned it into a dress instead.
I think it's beautiful.
Exactly. Man, myself, I thought that, why not have a little pop of color every now and again, right?
You just love something once you've worked on it yourself. It's a different relationship.
Exactly. Just like these statues here. I made them all myself.
I would have never guessed these weren't laser printed by artists. You are a talented figure, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Well, if you want that there manatee, that's going to be it's going to be about 10 credits.
I might have to give you 11.
Oh, I won't say no to 11.
An extra one for the horn.
Thank you very much. I thought that was a nice touch.
We'll keep that.
Yep.
Do you know where I can find some super sticky goo?
I mean, you can ask Jed over there.
Thank you
Points
kindly.
across the way.
I'll go ask Jet.
Yeah, and you see this guy just kind of lounging. He has like very long, disheveled hair, and he's smoking from a pipe. And goes, "Hey, what's up, man?"
That's hard to answer when you're in space, I guess. But hopes, my mood, random little bells.
Ooh,
Yeah,
yeah, you're right. What is up in space?
you are.
Yeah.
I would like to know if you've got any goop.
What kind of goop? I have all kinds.
Pretty high quality. I wanted to have some bite, but not teeth.
Interesting. I think I got just the thing for you. And he like pulls out a jar that's like this big that is filled with like green goop. Like lime green. It's glowing a little bit in the black light. This is what you want?
That's exactly what I want, I believe.
Hey.
I won't even ask what it does. I will just buy this goop.
And it is 5 credits.
I won't even hassle. That's such a good deal.
Yeah.
And then I'll try to find Kenton some sort of potato chip type of, it stays in a bag so he can eat it later type of snack. We don't have to go through all these. The captain, some more Post-its.
Okay.
Echo, a little seatbelt.
I love this. So you're able to get like freeze-dried chips and varying degrees of quality. But I would say for another 10 credits, you're able to get everything you want.
This is a great place. I've always loved the USGM.
USG. Hey, that's us.
Yeah, who's high in space?
Hey. Have a good time. Tell people they should come here and hang out with us.
I will, because you guys aren't going anywhere, right? People have to come here.
I mean, we drift, man. We go where we want. We have more than enough food here for ourselves, and people bring us stuff sometimes. It's a good old time.
I might think about this place when I retire.
Hey, you just tell us, man. You just tell us.
I kind of nod a little sad at this guy just offering strangers in space positions in their house because this could go real bad for them at some point. But I'll head back with all my souvenirs for my companions.
Okay. And I think timing-wise, that this is a really good place for us to take our 15-minute break.
Can I just say that Jude does eat her soup? She gives it to Angie. It then just goes back to her little hole in the wall.
And she looks confused at having 2 bowls of soup. Just shrugs and basically necks one, and then
Mhm.
gently eats the other one. Takes her time over it.
Fair.
When's a chaser soup?
I love that. Okay, so we are going to take our 15-minute break now. Don't forget to subscribe to Girls Run These Worlds Twitch and YouTube channels, and hydrate, take your meds, and we'll be back soon. Bye-bye! we're back after some chaos. It's fine. Life is good. We got there eventually. Anyway, oh, I need my blanket. It's cold in here. Don't mind me. I have a lap blanket. So we are coming back into our Serenity role-playing game after the crew of the Halo went aboard a very funky little caravan. I constantly have to look at the name, even though I am the one who wrote it. The Undersea Galactic Market, which was a trip in more than one way. There's that word I was going for. Huh?
Seahorse disco.
Yes, it's the Seahorse Disco with black lights and random star soup that absolutely came from a can. And you know what? Life is good. Landon got some funky presents for everyone. It's a good time. So you all head on back onto your ship after an interesting adventure. And what do you do now?
We leaving.
You leaving? Cool.
What is the time? What is the remaining kind of time duration, days, weeks, etc., from the caravan to our next location? Out of curiosity,
your next location is about. So realistically, to get to Ariel is about a week and a half, and you have 2.5 weeks until you're actually going to have to do something about this.
I
Spaceship.
had a thought.
Mm-hmm.
My inner sci-fi nerd coming out.
Uh-huh.
Gravity assist acceleration. Because there's planets, I'm guessing, and orbital bodies here and there.
Well, if you want to go talking about the verse, I am, in this instance, going to just use the map as itself. You went from Santo. You are going to be wrapping around Albion to get to Ariel or Osiris, depending.
Okay. I would like, rather than take the straight route, which may actually be shorter, I would like to save us all some time, hopefully, and take the Screaming Firehawk on a gravity assist, basically slingshot, to go a little bit faster. Using gravity to throw us.
So before you do any rolls or anything like that, raise your hand if you ate the soup. Okay, everyone except for Jude. I would love for you to roll. Realistically, this is going to be a resistance roll. So that's that bottom derived trait.
I ate double soup. Does that?
Your difficulty is going to be higher.
Okay.
Does my moving undetected apply to this?
No, it does not.
What if the soup moves undetected?
Concerns.
All right.
Good news.
What's that derived trait?
It's not
It
an.
is resistance.
It's not an
have
8.
it written down.
Okay, hang on. I do have yours. Yours is a D6 plus D6.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
the good news is it's not an 8.
What's the bad news?
Is there bad news?
No, the good news is it's not an 8. The better news is it's a 15.
Dang. Okay.
Where was this when I was flying?
When it comes to soup,
I would like to roll
11 out of
Soup
D12.
is a very important role.
I got 11.
11. Okay, Echo.
That's a 6.
Beautiful. Landon, what was yours?
Mine was also an 11.
Okay. So for everyone except for Angie, the difficulty was an 11 at a hard. For Angie, it was a formidable.
I love that just like the newest person to space is like, this is fine. I got everyone's snacks. And everyone else is just like, this is okay. And the new kid's just like,
So it's
There's
not
absolutely no way for me to pass
I will
that,
accept the
so-
consequences. I will accept the consequences of whatever actions I have just done so happily.
So it isn't that you get sick or it was bad food, but much like I described before we went on earlier, as you are starting to move around, it's starting to move in slow motion, rapid, shifting. You look around and everything begins to kind of shift around you. And you are, it's not quite intoxicated, it's not high or anything like that, but it's that kind of sensation. And you are going to take a -2 step penalty to anything involving alertness, vitality, or willpower.
Lucky.
100%.
So is this the point where Jude actually starts asking them to do work?
100%.
Oh, yes. Whoever the closest person, just like in literal proximity, is to that Echo finds when they experience this, just immediately gets a lot of questions about. I think gravity has stopped working, right? Is that also a normal effect of space travel? If like my personal gravity has just kind of, this is very odd.
I want to need you to do a full inventory of the metabay and items that you need. And I need that in like the next couple of hours. Thank you.
Oh, yep, sure, I can. Yes, I can do that. Echo goes and tries to do that. May I roll for that with consequences?
Yes, you can. It's going to be, I would say, alertness. And let me get to your character sheet. And let's say just medical expertise.
Just straight medical expertise? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because neither of the others really apply here.
So, nor should they. It's cool. That's a D4 and a D2. That's fine.
Oh no, just the one is
oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
just
excellent.
the attribute is down by 2 steps.
Excellent. That is slightly less immediately terrifying.
Yeah.
That's a 5.
A 5. Incredible. You know, I was going to have you roll things don't go smooth, but I don't think I need you to.
I mean, if we need me to get less than a 5.
No.
Things are already not going smooth.
Yeah, you get stuck on if you need to alphabetize things or if they need to be organized by shape or what they're actually used for. And you just end up with a pile of all of the supplies all around you.
Every time that I think I've got it like sorted too, something happens, but like we do a turn or there's some turbulence and it goes all completely, it jumbles again and I start again. And Echo is like just in the med bay near tears.
I need this inventory.
I'm sorry. I will get it to you so fast. I swear it is going so great down here. I'm fine. This is fine. I love space.
Captain, the pilot said we should be going a bit faster than we are, but Angie would have to take care of that down in engineering. Do you mind if it comes from the top?
I'll take
Apparently,
care.
Angie is headed down to medical because she's not feeling very well.
I hate to tell you, but the gravity assist is going to hit at the worst possible moment for everyone on this ship.
Mhm. Oh no.
Sorry, Jude, go ahead.
Angie, can you check out the mechanicals on the ship, please? I think we're having some issues. I need that done quickly.
I'm not feeling very great. Hang on. I'm just going down. See Echo.
Yeah, Echo's busy right now.
I'm-
And Steve, please keep your dreams to yourself tonight. Thanks.
What?
I don't think we can
Angie will
even
go back
attempt to
the-
do engineering, can we, if we don't have a dice in that one? Nice, nice.
Angie will go back to the engine room and try and make sure everything's okay.
Captain, did you tell them we need to go faster than normal?
That's my decision to make.
Yes, yes, Captain. I'm gonna go move my post-it to the door and make it a little sadder.
Oh. So, Angie, are you attempting to do anything in the engine room? Or are you just going to go lie down?
I'm going to go to the engine room and check that everything's working as it should be.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, let me get to you. So, I'm going to say roll technical engineering plus intelligence. So that's not one of the minus steps. But it is a higher difficulty.
That's a 4.
Everything looks fine to you. It's fine. It'll be fine.
In that case, I'm just going to lie down until the room stops spinning.
Mhm.
I'm just going to fall over on my crash mat.
Why did nobody do their jobs?
Oh no.
Tenzin, it looks like we're all good to speed things up down in engineering.
I did not say that you could speed things up.
Okay. You all might want to hold on to something.
Tenzin, I didn't say to speed up.
Okay, so Tenzin, I am going to need you to roll your piloting plus agility. And this is going to be, so keep this in mind for your plot points, that this is actually, sorry, astrogation, not pilot. So this is going to be a formidable, because while you've done this before, it's not a very common thing to do. So if you want to spend plot points, now might be the time to do it.
Okay. Question.
Answer.
How are we delineating the line between gravity, the gravity well of the planet, and space?
I am not an astrophysicist, so shoulder shrug.
Okay. Asking because would nimble come into play?
Nimble will come into play.
Okay, so that turns astrogation into, oh god.
Is it a two-step?
Yes.
So a D12 plus a D2. Because it starts at a D10 and you don't go above a D12. So if you do that, then if you look at the bottom.
So I would be, I'd roll agility plus D10 plus, plus D12 plus D2.
Yep, correct. Yeah, if you look at the bottom of your second page, it shows you all of the steps.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okie dokie. This is either going to go really well or really badly. I'm going to spend 2 plot points.
Okay, so add a D4 to that. So you're rolling 4 dice here.
Okay. D4. Another D4 to cut in half as a D2. a D8, and a D12. Dice don't fail me now. 15 on the dot.
Yeah.
Amazing. 15 on the dot. Would you, because you're the one who proposed this, like to describe how this looks?
Yeah. The course just kind of tilts and it bends a little bit towards the nearest planetary body and the engines kind of sputter, engines stop as gravity catches. And just at the point where it's like we are going to fall into atmosphere, we are going to fall, we are going to die as the ship starts to speed up. All the side engines and the engine at the back just full-throated roar and just throw the ship. It's very much anything that is not bolted down is going tail over tea kettle. But in theory, basically around the planet and
Yep.
thrown.
Absolutely.
A lot faster than we could actually go on our own power.
So, out of curiosity, did anyone strap in?
Did anyone grab onto something when the pilot yells, "You all might want to hold on to something"?
I went and found all my chains and everything, and just thought of my brother Jacob. Z Halo, Jake, as we're going super fast. Z Halo.
I think Echo, despite the increasing blurriness and strange movement of everything, now that there's a seatbelt on hand and there's advanced warning, is like, nope, yep, strapped in.
Is that seatbelt attached to anything?
That's a different question, and that's a good one.
If you attach it to something, it is.
Did you attach
I think it is.
that wasn't part of the existing seatbelt you're wearing?
Yeah, I think on a bulkhead.
Okay. Angie?
Roll for whiplash damage.
Angie is just lying down on that crash mat, so probably not.
Oh dear. And Jude?
Jude has properly strapped herself into her seat, like she should as captain.
Yep. Okay. So I'm going to have Echo and Angie roll in that case.
What would you like rolled?
Okay, so for Echo, let's first of all find out if he actually technically knows anything, or if it's just a belt. Let's say intelligence and perception. Yeah, perception.
Is it intuition to put a seatbelt on a thing, or is it just straight perception?
I feel like it would be intuition to do that.
Sorry,
One
you
can
do or you
hope.
don't?
Yes.
Delightful. All right. Neither of those are down 2 step at the moment, which is good. That's a 14.
Incredible. That beats a hard. So that is what sometimes I literally just point at the numbers and I'm like, that's the one it's going to be. And I just don't tell you. So
I did it. I did the thing.
Realized that, oh, this is just a belt by itself. I should probably attach it to something. And you managed to do that.
I look over proud.
Angie, I am going to need you to roll alertness and athletics.
Okie doke.
This is also a hard.
7 plus 5, so that's
Okay.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Perfect. Beats it by 1. You are good. You start to feel the ship beginning to, like, almost like you're floating off of it briefly. And that's your, like, 1 second warning to realize, oh, something bad is about to happen. If you would like to describe what you do.
I imagine like her eyes just suddenly widen as she's feeling kind of dizzy and woozy, and she just grabs the edge of the crash mat and like pulls it round herself and like rolls under the engine block and jams herself in there.
I mean, honestly, very, very effective.
With a sudden cry of "Anna!"
And it is for Echo and Angie extra dizzying as you're just kind of like, it's this feeling of like you are being slingshotted around a planet. And it is just a very wild feeling in general, but added to that, the suit that you had.
It's like a festival ride.
Honestly, except a very dangerous festival ride if you're not attached.
Roller coaster, seatbelts, semi-optional.
Just handholds.
Yeah.
If Echo and I are in that same room from our first scene, which I kind of imagined, at least in my head, do they seem visibly like unhealthy, or are they just having a day?
They look like they're having a not good day, but they're having a day.
You're almost through it. You just got to breathe a little more. Remind yourself it won't always be like this. No, you didn't break yourself. It's almost done. Just take it slow. We've got a great pilot. He's got fast hands. Might call him a palm pilot.
I kind of feel even after this maneuver is being complete as a result of her jamming herself in so thoroughly, and she's probably going to be stuck under the engine block like a giant sushi roll.
Oh, that's such a
Now,
great visual.
does Angie have a badge they can talk to, or is this a whole we're grabbing like little handheld microphones for the?
I think it's handheld.
I think this is I'm
bullshit.
stuck here anyway until someone wonders where I am.
I was going to ask if Echo knows that Angie is also feeling unwell, he would, once we have ceased the roller coaster ride, would have probably been heading down to check on her. So do I find this scenario?
I mean, she didn't get to you before having to make a beeline for the engine room. So
Fair point.
you don't know. Yeah.
I'm going to find the captain and congratulate them on a wise and brave strategy to save us gas and time. Everyone's great, and look how quick we're going. Hey, Jude, you did great.
My cheeks, they hurt.
Still confetti when I see Captain. Yay.
Made out a little post-it notes that you cut up.
Yeah, I pulled them from the pack I gave them.
Mm-hmm.
Jude ignores you.
Can I take a point in sorrow? Is that a thing? No.
No. And I'm going to say, first of all, you have shaved off 5 days from your trip. Very well done. In addition, because that was just absolutely delightful, everyone gets a plot point. That was a terrifying laugh. I just want to put that up.
Please wreck the ship.
Oh my
I
god.
have concerns. Okay, so.
Goblin mode has been activated.
Oh no! Deactivate, press the button.
It will go then. It'll go that well every other time we slingshot around a planet too. This is the lesson.
Yeah.
The next one will go better.
Oh no, Tenzin's overconfident.
It's only overconfidence if I'm ever proven wrong.
Uh-huh.
Use that speaking to any of you, just so you know.
I don't know if time's a little wibbly wobbly over our traveling, but over a few days, I would like to use some influence or persuasion to let Tenzin know just how good he did. And he probably doesn't even have to wait to ask next time because, I mean, who else could pull that off?
I mean, yeah, time here is wibbly wobbly, all that jazz. So yeah, you find a quiet moment when Tenzin's just chilling up in the bridge, and all of the bobbleheads are going. There's one little green guy with the big eyeballs that just kind of wobbles a little extra. It's a little bit loose now that you did the slingshot.
Tenzin, I've been on a lot of ships, and that was some of the best flying I've ever seen.
Why, thank you. You're not going to see anything like it anywhere else.
It's just good to know that if we're ever in a dangerous situation, we have a pilot who can just make it happen instead of having to go through a bunch of red tape, you know? That's why we live out here, for freedom.
Freedom in the open sky, that's right. Don't you worry your little land-bound head. You're in Tenzin Tamang's hands and nothing bad can happen to you in this ship.
Here's a second bag of chips.
Why, thank you.
Those were going to be mine, and I'll leave.
They vanish very quickly.
Mm-hmm. They also are very tasteless.
Starts using them to scrape up like the remaining residue of the soup. Just like,
Oh no.
The USGM used to have higher standards. I'll just be the first one to say it.
Oh. No, I'm not going to make you roll again. I was debating it. I was like,
I saw the horrified looks going around the table. I was just like, I like this.
So let's lean into that.
No, I think I'm going to make you roll for this. But it is a lower DC because it's less of the soup.
Okay,
So-
it's endurance again? Resistance? Or...
Yeah, resistance.
Okay.
Wiping the soup on his teeth.
Like cot, rub it into the gums.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the difficulty is average now.
Space is a weird soup.
That's a 4.
Also 4s. It's 8s and it's also 4s, but the 4s are for everyone, but also especially for you.
I don't know what is going on right now, but I don't like it.
No, I have the perfect thing for this. No, wait, even better.
Oh no, she put the
I have
book
a thing.
away.
No, I have something. So
Consequence of
Tenzin,
our actions? Really? It's more likely than you think.
so Tenzin, as you are, no, you know what? I am going to use this one. If I can find it in time. If not, I'll use the other one. As you are flying along, just having a good time, the bobbleheads start to bubble even more. And you watch them and your head starts to bobble along with them. Gee.
You're gonna turn into a bobblehead.
No.
Oh.
Where is it?
Oh, this is gonna be bad.
I mean, I don't know if it'll be bad, but
Driving your car.
I'm like scrolling through. I love that I said scrolling, but there is a hilarious little thing that I remember. Screw it, I can't find it easily. So as you are watching them, you see a little message that pops up and flashes on the comms, and it just says in bright neon letters, "Hooray! You are the 1,000th ship to pass this point. Collect your prize at these coordinates." And it spits out a random string of coordinates.
Can I?
Well,
When
that looks interesting.
Yes,
Tenzin,
Jude?
is Tenzin like unable to like drive?
Are you able to tell?
I got this. We're good.
I want to I want to drive. I want to take this opportunity to give Tenzin a break and drive.
Come on, Cap. I got this. We're good. We're golden. We're shiny.
So now I'm captain. Yes, Regina. Sorry.
You're fine.
I'm sorry. I thought
You're totally fine. Don't worry about it. There is a random message that pops up from someone named Regina. And it just says, hey, when's the next time that you're coming by? It's been a while since we've seen you out here on the rim.
Was that
Cap,
Regina I
we
just
have to
heard?
go see what this is. Don't worry. I got us.
Oh, it's okay. Take a break.
You sure?
So I'm going to say that this is going to be a contested roll.
Amazing.
So,
What am I rolling?
okay, it's going to be willpower for both of you.
Okay.
And then I would say, I feel like perception for Jude and discipline concentration for Tenzin.
Okay. What is it with all my rolls being D8? Nice. Don't
You're
you tell me.
the one who picked your numbers. Well, I helped, but
11.
11, okay.
Okay, what is it again?
So it is going to be your perception plus willpower, so 2d6s. So you need to roll 6s on both. You can spend plot points if you want to.
I can spend a plot point on this.
Yeah, add a d2.
I don't know why you do that. We're fine. Everything's fine.
You said a D2?
Yeah. Yeah, so if you flip a coin and heads, tails, just say which one's which.
Okay.
The joys of having D2s in a game.
Okay, I got the heads
Okay.
and I rolled only got 11.
You matched. Interesting.
They're just staring at each other. Oh, this is
Yeah.
intense. Well, Angie's underneath something heavy.
I have something else I could use.
I mean, if you wanted to spend a plot point after the fact, it's 1 plot point per point bump up. But you both have to decide if you're going to spend plot points and how many. Write it down and send it to me.
You could use the taser.
Do I get my +2 step bonus?
What's your +2 step bonus for?
No.
Manner.
No.
Oh, yeah.
I want the consequences of my actions.
That is actually true. Interesting. Yeah, so you would have had that +2 step attribute bonus. So that would have been 2 steps up. But in this case, we'll just do add a d4.
Okay.
Let's see what it is. And then Tenzin, if you want to spend plot points, you can message
No,
me.
I've
about
already
it.
spent plot points.
Okay.
I got a 4.
Hey. Okay, so with that, Jude, would you like to describe how you intimidate Tenzin into letting you take the wheel?
Unlike normal kind of flighty manner, I am all business, and I just kind of get up. I push him out of the way, and I take over. And I just say, "I am captain."
I skip. Right. I'm gonna go. I'll be in my bunk.
And I want to say on the speaker too. Say, just say hello, and I am your captain, Jude. And then just click it off, just so you all know that Jude is the captain. That you make decisions
Angie,
without.
Angie just hear this underneath something on the floor.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Tenzin
Oh,
goes to bed.
the phrase "I'll be in my bunk" just is cursed.
You're welcome.
Thank you for just that scarring me.
I
Okay,
had to channel little Jane.
gotta. Anyway, yeah. So I would say around this time for Echo and Angie, the effects have started to wear off. It's been a couple of hours. You're starting to feel normal. Angie, you are wedged in there, and no one's seen you for like 3 hours.
Hãy gắn tựa. Ima.
You, Echo, Landon.
Shoot.
Who do you think would go in search of her?
Oh, definitely not me. I'm messing with my slime, and I try not to bother Angie too many times a day. Tomorrow I'll
me.
probably
I'm
have
a-
something for him.
I'm asleep.
Yeah.
I think it takes a fair amount longer because it's once the soup effects have worn off and Echo's had like a half an hour to be like, okay, I am more cognizant now, and the ship has stopped spinning 180 degrees.
Mhm.
But he would probably eventually come across Angie.
You just see this sushi roll / burrito that is Angie.
And Angie, are you working on something, or you okay?
Tamada.
Let me just hang on. Echo tries to get her out.
I'm not going to make you roll for that. That seems a bit tedious. It takes a
good.
little bit of time. It's a bit of a struggle, but if you work together, you're eventually able to unwrap.
Echo gets the mat out of the way and then just offers you like a hand up.
She takes it, but like she looks like her face is like absolute thunder. What the hell was in that soup?
Noodles? I'm not sure. I thought it might have just been me, but were you also feeling not that great after eating that?
Jude gave me a, so I just didn't want to waste it.
That is a reasonable decision at the time, and I am very sorry.
Oh, I feel like I'm gonna throw up.
Echo's going to kind of go back to the med bay and goes through their medical kit and eventually turns back up in engineering with it's like a broad spectrum antidote for different types of like the broad spectrum of common things that could cause space sickness or other sort of base effects, space Advil, if you will. And we'll just turn up and hand it over to Angie with just, I'm glad you're feeling better, but if you need this for next time, or for now, also that.
Next time, don't go taking random food off strange space bums.
Noted. I am also starting to realize, perhaps maybe 6 hours after the fact, that the credit math did not work out. So that was a good sign. I will keep that in mind. Echo ducks away.
Oh, so.
Tenzin, now that you've thrown us all about the place, we got an ETA on our destination.
This would have gone up to Jude in the cockpit.
Tenzin is on a break right now. This is your Captain Jude.
How did you know about the soup, Jude? Why didn't you tell me?
Well, I told you to keep your dreams to yourself.
I can't help what I dream, can I? Can I?
Yes, well, since that's discussed, I am flying the ship right now. I am the captain. Anything needs to come through me.
Okay. How long we got anyway?
How long do we have?
Oh, I'm forgetting the math on everything right now. I believe
5
I said
days
that it was
for
a week and a
1 week.
half, so 5 days less. So you still are about a week out from Ariel at this point. And completely skipped something that I was going to do, so I'm going to ignore that and file it away for next time.
6
For the-
days. We have 6 days, 14 hours, 3 minutes, and 12 seconds.
Taking good time then.
Yes.
Guess Tenzin's not as useless as. Well, never mind.
Well, they could have. I don't want to discuss that right now. How are you doing?
Literally everyone can hear this, by the way. If you have a comm on you, you can hear this whole conversation.
I'm asleep. I hear nothing.
Yeah.
I guess now I'm more sober. I'm going to have another proper check of the engines to make sure nothing's going out of whack or anything like that, or causing us any problems.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm gonna have you roll. If I have the right character sheet out, that would be helpful. You're going to be rolling actually mechanical engineering this time, not technical, which was part of the problem with when you were checking last time. You did the wrong check. But I mean, it's the same number. It's just a different thing. Yes, mechanical engineering and alertness.
That is a 9.
A 9. Okay. So looking things over, one of the first things that you notice is that, well, yes, Tenzin did successfully boomerang you around that ship, that planet, slingshotted you around it. It's caused a lot of strain on the engine, and the fuel cells are not great. It'll be enough just barely to make it to Ariel, but you definitely shouldn't go hard burn. You shouldn't be trying to speed up any more than you already have. And there are some things that it's going to take a little time, and it's probably going to be a decent chunk of your time in the next week to take care of.
Captain, we might want to be careful with the engines.
Oh, we should. So we shouldn't have done what I said not to do earlier.
You can take that out with Tenzin.
Right. Well, you know how to do your job.
Yeah.
Captain, brought you a coffee.
No, thank you.
All right. Drinking myself. Excited to get to Ariel. I'm excited to be where the people are.
Don't you have some shepherding to do?
Yeah, and soon enough. I'm attempting to place one of my eavesdrops with a little bit of sticky slime on it underneath like a counter in the cockpit.
Oh, interesting. Well, obviously you're going to be doing stealthy stealth.
Yeah, and the captain seems to not be I'm not their favorite today.
No.
Yeah. That, and I would say alertness to keep an eye out for when you need to actually place it.
Can I contest that?
Yes, it would be perception and alertness.
Could I do alertness and moving undetected?
So I was saying your D8, your specialty under covert.
Oh, correct,
Yeah.
correct.
I just said your stealthiness. I used the non-term that you wrote down.
And alertness?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Would that just be straight perception? Or
Let's see. What's your specialty?
tactics and hearing?
I would say yes, it'll just be straight perception.
So 2d6s.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a 5.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You're muted.
I got a 10.
Oh, it's nothing, Captain. I heard Angie got stuck down below, so I'm putting a couple of these through the ship so it can check in on rooms to make sure no one's trapped.
How many others have you put through the ship?
This will be the first one.
How many do you have?
I believe it comes with a set of 3 or 4, if I look up my item list.
Yeah.
Those have better use than eavesdropping.
You know, Captain, you're right. That's why I love being on your ships. I just start to wander off, and it's more like you're the shepherd. You're right. I should keep this.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, happy flying.
Landon, what do you do after that?
I get a little grumpy, but I go back to my domicile and record a little audio letter that I do from time to time. So the next time I'm at a major port, I can mail it to a friend of mine back home.
Mm-hmm.
So I do that.
So, Jude, as you are grumpily flying the ship right now, no one is doing their jobs. People are being sneaky. You don't know what's going on. You have to take control here. You see yet another pop-up about the same thing. This time it says, "Hooray! You are the 9,000th ship to pass this point. Collect your prize at these coordinates."
Is there like a map where I could see what the coordinates go to?
You can certainly GPS equivalent it with your NatSav. So, sat nav, I combined things weirdly. Anyway, yeah, so you can absolutely do that. I would say you're going to be combining this with the ship's abilities. So, you have alertness plus, I'm going to say pilot in this case. And then I want you to add to that the perception of Halo, which is a D4.
Okay.
So 2D4 and a D6.
The ship has eyes.
And the ship does have eyes. Can you imagine? I'm just picturing googly eyes on it right now.
9. Can I add a point?
So what did you roll?
9.
So if you add 2 plot points, that brings it up to an 11.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, so on an 11, you are scanning, trying to kind of survey that general area. And the first thing that you clock is that this is like a dead zone. This is a space that no one really travels through. It's kind of that. It's still within the halo, which is the asteroid belt around White Sun, but it's not along any of the like planetary paths. It's not a route that people generally travel through, which obviously pings in your mind as being a problem.
Right. But we have a job.
You have a job,
So
which has nothing to do with this.
I'm going to assume that I have a paper map just because I do.
Mhm. Yeah, sure, go for it.
Art through those where the coordinates are with a big red X and like
Mhm.
draw a little skull if I can. And I'm going to keep on to where I'm going.
Okay. Yeah, and it's one of those things that I don't know how things are actually split up in space, but it's going to be like quadrants and things. Like that this particular area is probably going to be some kind of trap. You know of people who have had their ships taken by people who draw them in through magnetic means and then kill everyone on board, and then they have a nice new ship.
Yeah, so they're not taking my halo. So
Honestly valid.
and I intend on flying this ship until Tenzin wakes up.
Okay. Which is when, Tenzin?
Potentially a while.
Okay.
Tensin's sleeping off a trip.
Very fair. Held one. It wasn't that much, but still. So then, Echo, you've been aboard ship for about a week and a half at this point. Well, plus when you got picked up and going here. But that is neither here nor there. How do you feel about being aboard an actual ship? Is there anything that you're doing that maybe the others don't know about?
The start of feeling about a ship at the top of the week was great. Soup
Mhm.
incident has lowered the joy
Yeah.
considerably.
Uh-huh.
It is starting in sort of the time after that to bounce back up because
Mhm.
Echo is still for better and for worse an optimist, and there is so much new stuff to experience that he's able to kind of push that incident to the side a little bit.
Okay.
I think that a little while after that, though, he does have a point at some time when everyone else is sleeping or moment when
Oh no. Did
is everyone frozen or not?
Yeah, sorry, you shorted out there briefly. So at a quiet moment when everyone else is elsewhere.
Great, everyone's back. The quiet moment,
Okay.
I remove myself from the stream. No, at a quiet moment when everyone else is elsewhere for the moment. Art imitates life.
Yep.
Echo takes some time and both pulls out like a smaller electronic device, a comlink space phone that he absolutely has had off and not checked since before getting on the ship, and turns that on to see if there are any messages on it.
There are hundreds. All around the same general theme. Where are you? What happened? Please come home.
Echo goes to type something in and just stares at that for a really long time and eventually shuts it off, doesn't respond, but also doesn't fully power it down and puts it into his pocket. And then he goes on the computer and wants to check to see on the El Dorado. We know about Sir Lucius Winthrop, who's going to be there, and he wants to see if there's any other news on the passenger manifest or who else might be there.
So I am going to need you, obviously, to make a roll for me.
Would we say this involves either knowledge or intuition?
Absolutely. Let's see. Yeah, and then either intelligence or alertness.
That I think will be intelligence. And do you have a preference for knowledge versus intuition about that?
Not especially. Your call.
Cool. And I'm gonna, while I have them, I'm gonna spend 2 plot points to add to this, to add a D4.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay, that's a 12.
A 12 beats a hard. You manage to pull up the manifest. Names are pouring in. It's not full yet, but it's getting there. You go, ignoring the lower level, the people that you're looking for wouldn't be there. You look to the top and you see their names.
Cool. Echo kind of slams the computer shut and leaves the med bay.
Now, I know that it's a smidgen early to end our session, but I think that that's a very beautiful spot to stop it. So, with that in mind, I'm going to, at our lovely person, oh no, it didn't add. Hang on. There we go. Okay. Sorry, yes?
Can you talk to Tenzin before we end it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Uh-oh.
Go for it. So after Tenzin has slept off the soup, comes groggily out of his bunk.
Tenzin.
Eh?
Pilot, Tenzin.
Hi, Skip. What's up?
I tried to tell you not to do that maneuver earlier. I usually let you do what you want, but you run it by me first, correct?
Usually.
Yeah. You didn't this time, and the ship it's going to need some repairs because of that. So I suggest that you run things by me first and don't just go ahead and do what you want. You're not the only person who can fly this ship. And then she just turns and walks out of the pilot. I forgot what you call it, whatever.
Yeah, the cockpit, you can say.
Cockpit.
Bridge.
Yeah.
Goes to the controls, sits down, and kind of past one of the control panels. Don't worry, baby. She didn't mean it.
I heard
Hooray! You are the 10,000th ship to pass this point. Collect your prize.
And then she's going to go find Angie and just kind of hang out there quietly.
Okay.
Angie's probably kind of troubled actually, and has probably gone to find Echo at some point. So I don't know if that'd be just after they were doing their stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I would say that it's maybe not too long after.
Knock, knock.
Sound of, if you've gone back to the med bay, sound of several things getting moved in quick succession before Echo comes and opens the door. Hi, what's up?
Hey, Angie looks kind of worse for wear and is just scratching her head. So I've been having some dreams recently, and I don't like having dreams. And well, there's two ways I normally deal with it, and one involves a lot of alcohol. You got anything that can send me straight into deep sleep without passing through REM?
Let me go and take a look. And Echo's going to check. I don't know if he necessarily would he know if he has that on hand, or how to essentially kind of melatonin, some other sleep aid equivalent.
I would say, I'm just looking at your lovely organized equipment list.
I have so many medical supplies written
So
out in order.
organized. I love it. I would say in this instance, you can whip something up. It's not in 500 years in the future, it's not difficult to do. So I would say roll your medical expertise and intelligence.
Right. That is a 7.
That's what you needed to beat. Easily enough. You have everything there. You know exactly how to mix this. That essentially makes a melatonin.
Mixes it up, puts it into you catch a glimpse of Echo's expanded into like several different bags, and just it's both haphazard but also clearly done with a lot of knowledge, the setup that he's got going in this room. He puts it all into a little glass vial and hands it over. This will help you get to sleep. It should also probably smooth over the difficult REM symptoms and things that can kind of combine with having a tough day to lead to bad dreams. I hope it helps. Please let me know if you need anything else, and I really am sorry again about the soup.
Gives a kind of slanted smile and says, "Don't worry about it, Doc. Thanks." She goes off, and when she passes by Jude or whatever, she'll just be like, "There shouldn't be another problem, Jude. I've got something to help. With my sleep, I mean."
Yeah, take it. Get some rest. Deserve
Yeah.
it.
Sorry, I've been screaming loud.
Yeah, that's. Hopefully that turns it down. It's just a lot.
I don't like it much either. Anyway, night.
Good night. The Jew's actually going to stay like outside the door. And if anybody says anything about that,
Sorry, yes. Landon, is there anything that you would like to do since everyone else has gotten a moment?
If it was like a camera fading out, maybe Landon's back underneath that circular window where you can see the stars. You see a little flip book that has a different post-it emoticon every page. And he puts in the new one from today. But he's also giving himself a little like pinprick tattoo and you see almost a star path map across his body if you only followed one line. So you just see a really thin, and there's a new little couple ship-sized USGM location he has put on himself while he's talking into this tape. Like, it'll probably be a while till I see you. We're probably going to get ourselves into trouble. They're not sure what's coming, but I miss you. And he shuts down the thing and stretches like, all right, well, no swimming for 2 days, and then heads out to his bunk.
2 days, I have concerns. Anyway.
Space led.
Yeah, it's fine. And yes, the camera will pan out, looking at your lovely Firefly ship. The engine not quite as bright as it usually is as it continues onward in the direction of Ariel. And that is where we will end our session for today. We've got some secrets from some certain PCs. I'm
you are
curious to
sketchy.
see.
I'm not sketchy. I'm exactly what I appear to be. Liabilities and all.
Uh-huh.
Every single one.
Well,
That's
sorry. Yeah.
all the rest of you are sketchy. That's
I mean, I'm not sketchy, am I?
You're the storyteller. You're the sketchiest person of all.
Oh,
You contain
fine.
multitudes, and many of those multitudes are sketchy.
It is
In
known.
any case,
not sketchy at all. No, you're perfectly fine.
well, to the audience, thank you for joining us for our second session of Into the Black. We'll be back next week, so be sure to step on in then and see what the crew of the Halo have gotten up to. Let's do our cast outros. I'll start because I will forget otherwise. I know me. So yes, I am Anya. I have been your storyteller for today. I am a professional game master when I don't stumble over my own words on Start Playing Games. I'm actually running a Serenity game tomorrow. If anyone wants to play in it, there's still seats available in that. And then I play Pokemon on stream every Thursday. And yeah, I'm going to the Dimension 20 live show. Yes, I'm excited. Anyway, that's not a self-promo. That's just an excitement thing. Janie, it's your turn.
I'm Janie. I like to play a lot of games. Sometimes I'm a little distracted.
Yep. All good.
Tomorrow I have a game at 8 Eastern Singular Roleplay that I'm running, a Monster of the Week game. It's called Winter. And I think Saturday I have a D&D stream on College Scripted, and Sunday I have another stream on Singularity at like 5 Eastern called Breaking Neon, a City of Mist game.
Very cool. Oh, and where can people find you? I forgot to do that too.
Janie Potts 7575 on Twitter and Janie Potts on Blue Sky.
Very cool. And I'm Lolly on cosplay. I forgot to mention. Anyway, Rah, you're up.
Hey, I'm Rara. I play a lot of games. I run a podcast called The Heart is a Dungeon, which is for poets and heroes. And we're about to start our second season with a cast of 20. On this Friday, I'll be on Roll D5 talking about games for a little bit. So get ready to hear all my risk techniques. It's Capture Australia, basically. May 3rd, I'm going to be on a charity game on science and sorcery where we're playing Worldwide Wrestling. And May 5th, I'll be GMing on Telltale Hearts for a Star Wars charity drive. And I also found out since last time I was here that I got into a Tabletop Spinners Network new podcast season that won't be coming out till August, but we're starting all that at like last week. And that's it. That's it.
And did you say where people could find you?
Oh, just type in Rara, add the first one. The chances are fairly okay with me, but there's a lot that aren't, so.
Okay. Emma,
Discretion.
it's your turn.
Hello, I'm Emma. I also love playing many games. This is currently the only running one that you can find me online, so you can find me here again next week. We love to see it. And also listen to Breathing Space, which I will continue to plug for more sci-fi, westerny adventures and shenanigans and possible heists and or prison breaks and or soap operas. There's a lot of things happening over there. All of those genres you can find.
I love it. Mica, you are up.
Hi, I'm Mica. I do a lot of gaming. I'm also a professional storyteller, a historical interpreter, and live performer. And you can't find me anywhere online, but you can check out the Moss Troopers. Maybe you can find them Facebook or something. And that's part of a troupe I perform with, and probably be doing some things later in May, but it's all offline. So unless you're in the north of England, you're out of luck.
And last but not least, Zev.
Hey everyone, I'm Zev. Semi-professional storyteller. You can find me next week, every other Wednesday, running a Exandria Chronicle over on Bardic Inspiration Network, and here trying to evade the consequences of my own actions by making them other people's problems. On the social medias, you can find me on the Bird app at Bukari Gaming 30K, and don't really have any projects I can talk about beyond what exists, but stuff is coming.
Nice. Well, perfect. So I should probably be on the right thing. Announcements and stuff. Support marginalized creators. Follow us on Twitch. It will always, and Twitter. It will always be Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. Throw us a quick subscription, renew your free Prime sub, or drop us a couple bucks on our Ko-Fi. It all goes to this incredible cast and the entire team that helped us get here. So today at 8 p.m. Eastern is another session of Roll for Luck. Join our long-running anchor show for the Sapphic Homebrew world of Amal Garth and Girls Run These World founder Ryu as the Dungeon Mistress. And are we doing a raid, Ryu? I'm looking at our things. I don't see anything. We might be doing a raid. I will find out. But if not, hello. Goodbye. We'll see you next time. Okay, Althaven _ is where we are raiding. So stick around for the raid and say hello from Girls Run These Worlds. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.